Okay, here we go
I
again.
decided to make a 4 or 5 part series on Article 8.5 and the introduction to how to read the reports required to prepare these grievances. This is a portion out of a training that recently took place at my branch meeting and an introduction to the letter carrier paragraph.
So we learned about the letter carrier paragraph. So let's go to the top of page 815. Everybody with me?
Yes.
All right, go ahead. Let's start reading the top of page 815.
Before requiring letter carriers not on the ODL or work assignment list to work overtime on their own route on a regular scheduled day, CCAs are considered as auxiliary assistants. Accordingly, management must seek to use CCAs at either the straight time or regular overtime rate prior to requiring letter carriers not on the ODL or work assignment list to work overtime on their own route on a regular scheduled day. Management must seek to use all of the following to provide auxiliary assistance: PTFs at the straight time or regular overtime rate, CCAs at the straight time or regular overtime rate, available full-time regular employees such as unassigned or reserve regulars at the straight time rate, full-time carriers from the ODO at the regular overtime rate. However, the memo states that management does not have to use ODO carriers to provide auxiliary assistance if such an assignment would mean that ODO carriers would be working penalty overtime. In that limited situation, if no auxiliary assistance is available without going into penalty overtime, management can require full-time regular carriers not on the ODL to work overtime on their own routes on a regularly scheduled day. Remember that this limited exception applies only when a full-time non-ODL letter carrier is required to work overtime on his or her own route, on assignment on a regular scheduled day.
Okay, so up to what hours does management have to maximize the auxiliary assistance in order to be able to mandate a regular carrier, non-ODL carrier on their own route?
11 and a half.
Well, here in the paragraph, the one that says however, it says, does not have to use ODL carriers to provide auxiliary assistance if such an assignment would mean that the ODL carriers will be working penalty overtime. So up to how many hours does management have to maximize in this situation?
But the auxiliary assistance people are the CCAs and PTFs.
The auxiliary assistants are PTFs, you read the paragraph above that, at the straight time or regular overtime rate. CCAs at the straight time or regular overtime rate. Full-time regular employees such as unassigned or reserve regulars. Full-time carriers from the ODL at the regular overtime rate. So up to how many hours do they have to be maximized?
Is it not 60?
On a daily basis.
12? I don't know.
What's the regular overtime rate go up to?
I don't know.
I thought it was 12.
What is the regular overtime? When does penalty start?
Oh, 10.
Okay. So up to the regular overtime rate.
So the 8 hours
Okay.
after 8, anything after 8?
Okay. So
No, so he's saying penalty. Anything
in order to
that's-
mandate, right, in order to mandate somebody on their own route on a regularly scheduled day that's not on any list, not work assignment, no list, first they have to maximize the PTFs, the CCAs, and the ODL up to 10 hours. Okay? All right. So that's for work on your own assignment. Now let's look at swings. Work off of your assignment. Like let's say are you on the overtime desired list?
No.
Okay, let's say they give you a swing on a different route. Okay, that's what we're going to be learning about next. So where the asterisk is, who would like to start reading there?
Okay, wait. So I just want to be
Yeah,
clear.
go ahead.
So they can mandate me to work up to 10 hours on my own assignment. That's what you're saying, correct?
If you're not on any list,
If I'm not on any list.
but first they have to maximize the PTF,
CCAs and
the
PTFs.
CCA, and ODL to 10 hours.
So if they have maximized all three of them to 10 hours, then they can tell me, you need to work 10 hours on your own.
Correct, correct. And there will be no violation.
Not 10 hours, including a swing.
No, that's what we're gonna talk about next. Swings off your route.
Got it.
Right now, we were only talking about mandating you on your own route.